Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa sallallahu wa sallam wa barak ala nabiyyina wa habibina Muhammad ibn Abdullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected brothers and sisters, welcome to our weekly lesson on the explanation of Ājurrumiyyah, Al-Tuhfah Al-Sanniyyah. Al-Tuhfah Al-Sanniyyah. By Sheikh Muhammad Muhyiddin Abdul Hamid rahimahullahu ta'ala. Now, last week we started to look at alamatul ism. Alamatul ism. Who can remind us how many alamat did the Sharih mention? Yes, Ilyas. You can mention in the chat. Okay, ثلاثة. Ilyas says ثلاثة. Yes, Yani, we spoke about 3 alamat. But how many does the Sharih mention? And the author as well, Ibn Ājurrumiyyah, and likewise the Sheikh who explained the book, Muhammad Muhyiddin. How many did they mention? 4, 4. Naam. Ahsantum. And we spoke about 3. We spoke about Al-Khafd, Wat-Tanween, Wat-Dukhul, Dukhul Al-Alif Wal-Lam. Dukhul Al. So we spoke about 3 last week. And there is one remaining, one alama, which is remaining, that we haven't spoken about. Who can remind us what is the 4th and final alama of al-ism? Okay, big man says kasra. Yes, we have already spoken about the kasra, which is al-khafd, yani al-jar. That was the first alama that we spoke about from the alamatul ism. The second one we spoke about was tanween. The third one we spoke was dukhul alif wal lam. There's a 4th and final one which is left we haven't spoken about. What is it? What is this alama? Please type in the chat. Naam. Barakallahu feek. Dukhulu ahruf al-khafd. Naam. That the 4th and final alama of an ism is if we find one of the huruf al-jar before a word, or that this word can accept a harf jar, then we know that this word is an ism. It's not a fi'l, it's not a harf. It is an ism. Now, dukhulu huruf al-khafd, yani dukhulu harf al-jar. It is either there at the moment next to the word, before the word, or it can accept an harf, it can accept harf jar in another context, in another construction. Yes. So this is the fourth and final alama min alamat al-ism. Okay. So what we are going to do now, I will share the screen with you, share the book with you, inshallah. Just a second. Okay. Okay, so I hope you can see the screen. So here, alamatul ism, and we took all this. And we stopped here at al-alamatu al-rabi'ah. Al-alamatu al-rabi'ah. And we mentioned, as the Ash-Sharih rahimahullah, he says, دخول حرف من حروف الخفض نحو ذهبت من البيت إلى المدرسة فكل من البيت والمدرسة اسم. لماذا؟ لدخول حرف الخفض عليهما. So both al-bayt and madrasa are ism. How do we know they're an ism? Because both of them, before them, they have harful khafd, harful jar. So al-bayt, before al-bayt we have min. And al-madrasa, before al-madrasa we have the harful khafd, harful jar, ila. وَلِوُجُودِ al fi awwalihima. And kadhalik, and they are also, both of them, al-bayt and madrasa, are also an ism because they have al at the beginning. Al-bayti, al-madrasati. So al-bayti, al-madrasati, they're an ism because they have two alamas from the alamat al-ism. They have al, dukhul al, wujud al fi awwalihima, wa dukhul harf al-khafd alayhima. Then I gave you, brothers and sisters, a simple i'rab, and I said, please do it at home. Yes, which was ذهبت من البيت إلى المدرسة. ذهبت من البيت إلى المدرسة. This one here. ذهبت من البيت إلى المدرسة. Hopefully, inshallah, the brothers and sisters had a go at least. I told you, please write it on a piece of paper and do it in detail. So what I'm going to do now, very quickly, I'm going to give you the model, the answer, and you can compare your i'rab to this i'rab. Okay? So let me do that. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Just one second. Let me. ذهبت من البيت إلى المدرسة. Oh. ذهبت من البيت إلى المدرسة. So i'rab would be as such. ذهب فعل ماض مبني على السكون لاتصاله بضمير نعم لاتصاله بضمير رفع متحرك. التاء ضمير متصل مبني على الضم. ضمير متصل مبني في محل رفع فاعل. طيب so ذهبت فعل وفاعل. طيب من حرف جر مبني على الكسر لا محل له من الإعراب because it is a حرف. Okay. البيت اسم مجرور بمن وعلامة جره الكسرة الظاهرة على آخره. Then we say الجار والمجرور متعلق بوات بذهب. And إلى المدرسة is the same thing. So we just say إلى حرف جر مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب. Same as من. And المدرسة would be the same thing. Yes. Same as البيت. So we'd say اسم مجرور. Yes. بإلى بإلى. And you say وعلامة جره الكسرة الظاهرة على آخره. Okay. And again we have الجار المجرور متعلق بالجار والمجرور متعلق ب also ذهب. Okay. Both of them are متعلق بذهب. ذهبت من البيت. من البيت يعني I went from the house to the madrasa. يعني I went from the house, I went to the madrasa. So the فعل ذهب is متعلق with من البيت and it is متعلق إلى المدرسة. Okay. So من البيت and إلى المدرسة both متعلق بذهب. So that's what that's the i'rab of this jumla. Inshallah, you can compare your i'rab yourself to this i'rab. Okay. So here it is. Okay. Now we are going to move into this. Okay. moving on now. Now the Sharih, rahimahullah, he is going to mention the huruf al-jar. And harf jar has several meanings. One harf al-jar has yani lahu iddatu ma'anin. The Sharih is inshallah just going to give us one meaning for each of the huruf al-jar. Okay? So, as you can see, he says, وَحُرُوفُ الْخَفْضِ هِيَ مِن. So, min is harf al-khafd. And he says here, وَلَهَا مَعَانٍ. And it has several meanings. The harf al-jar min has several meanings. Minha al-ibtida. One of the meanings is al-ibtida. Start. The starting point of something. نحو سافرت من القاهرة. سافرت من القاهرة. So I traveled from Qahira, from Cairo. So min here, it means al-ibtida, يعني مبدأ السفر, ابتداء السفر كان من القاهرة. واضح أليس كذلك؟ سافرت من القاهرة. Okay. Who, inshallah, I want someone ذهبت في الماضي مبني على السكون تا فاعل مبدأ في محل رفع فاعل. Okay, brother Umar. I always thought min was mabni with sukoon. Okay, so big man says he has a very good question here actually. I was going to mention it before, but I thought it might confuse. But inshallah, I will mention it in this i'rab that we are going to do now. That's a good point. Like for example, look now. Safartu minal qahirati. Minal. So min now has a fatha. Although the asl is that it is sukoon, it's mabni ala sukoon. Yes, it is. That is the asl. Harfu jar min is mabniyun ala sukoon. But here we have a fatha. So let's see. Okay. So Ilyas, would you like to have a go at the i'rab of safartu min al-Qahira? Sorry, let me just unmute you there. Okay, yes, Ilyas, go ahead. On the mic.
سافر فعل ماض مبني على السكون لاتصاله بضمير رفع متحرك و تو تا ضمير متصل ضمير متصل مرفوع ضمير متصل ضمير متصل مبني على الضم
في في محل
في محل رفع
في محل رفع فاعل. نعم.
في محل رفع فاعل من حرف جر مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب. القاهرة اسم مجرور بمن وعلامة جره الكسرة الظاهرة على آخره.
والجار المجرور
والجار والمجرور والجار والمجرور متعلق بالسافرة.
ممتاز ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Excellent. نعم. So brothers and sisters, you heard the i'rab. I'm not going to write it because this i'rab I've written several times. So any new i'rab that I haven't written, I will write it for you inshallah. Any i'rab that we have written several times before, there is no need to write it again. It's all available in the recordings, and so you should have that, okay? Just to save time inshallah. So safartu min al-Qahira, you heard the i'rab for safartu. Okay, min al-Qahira, this is where I'm going to now, the brother big man, mashallah, he mentioned here. Yes, I'm going to point that out. So apart from that, everything was perfect in terms of the i'rab, so we're not going to repeat that, okay? But I'm going to explain this point of min al-Qahirati. Why, like when we said, for example, here, yeah, we said, oops, sorry, when we said safartu min al-Qahira, laysa kadhalik? Naam. Okay. The point we said minal, and big man, he said that isn't it the case that harf al-jar min is mabniun ala sukun? Yes, it is. Yes. So why is it now it's got fatha there? And sometimes it has a kasra. In some sentences, you will find fatha, some kasra. Why? Because here's min. Here's Qahira. So again, here we have a sukun. We have sukun on the lam. Now two sukuns together, it doesn't go. It doesn't go. So in the i'rab, what do we say? We can add a little extra detail. You know, normally you say min, harfu jarrin, mabniyun, so yeah, harfu jarrin mabniyun la sukun. Yeah, that is asl. We always say that. We can add now a little bit extra. Wa innama futiha. Wa innama futiha. It has now a fatha. Why? We say liltiqa as-sakinaini. Liltiqa'i as-sakinaini, because two sukuns have met. And this is very evident also in the Quran. Yes. So when you have two sukuns meeting like this, sometimes the noon you will find it will take a fatha like it has taken it here. So it's innama futiha. Why is it maftuh? Why does it have a fatha? Liltiqa'i sakinin, because two sakins, two sukuns, this noon is sakina and this lam is sakina. So two sakins have met, and due to their meeting, we've had to put a fatha on the noon. Hope that is clear, inshallah. Okay, that's that. So that's min. Second harf jar wa ila. Wa ila. ومن معانيها الانتهاء. ومن معانيها الانتهاء. And the next was ila, and from the meanings of ila is al-intiha, to end, at the end, to finish. نحو ماذا؟ سافرت إلى الإسكندرية. سافرت إلى الإسكندرية. What I want you to, brothers and sisters, to do is think about the i'rab of this, okay? And just give me 1 minute, please, and I'll be with you. Okay, just had to bid farewell to one of our guests. So, as for the i'rab now, getting back to business. So we said, Safartu ila al-Iskandariya. This should not be difficult, dear brothers and sisters now. Come on. Safartu min al-Qahira, Safartu ila al-Iskandariya. It is the same thing. The i'rab is exactly the same, yes? يعني سافر فعل الماض مبني على السكون لاتصال بضمير رفع متحرك. التاء ضمير متصل مبني على الضم في محل رفع فاعل. إلى حرف جر مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب. الإسكندرية اسم مجرور بإلى وعلامة جره الكسرة الظاهرة على آخره. والجار والمجرور، الجار إلى، المجرور إسكندرية، والجار مجرور متعلق بسافر. Moving on. وأن, the next حرف الجر is أن. ومن معانيها المجاوزة, and from the meanings of أن is المجاوزة. Is المجاوزة. What does al-mujawaza mean? To pass by something, to go beyond something. طيب? To go past something, to go to go past something, to pass by something, to go beyond something. This is the meaning of al-mujawaza. This is the meaning of al-mujawaza. So رميت نحو رميت السهم عن القوس. يعني I shot the arrow from the bow. And you know how the arrow, it leaves the bow, it passes by the bow, it goes beyond the bow. Yes? It goes past the bow. This is the meaning of al-mujawaza. رميت السهم عن القوس. Okay. I would like someone to do the i'rab of this. Okay, we have Brother Umar with us. Let's see if Brother Umar would like to have a go at the i'rab. Also, I have
رميت السهم عن القوس. رمى فعل ماضي مبني على السكون لاتصال ضمير متصل لاتصال ضمير متصل. التاء فاعل ضمير متصل مبني على الفتح في محل رفع. السهم
مبني على فتح؟ لا
مبني على الضم في محل رفع.
في محل رفع فاعل. نعم.
السهم مفعول به وعلامة الفتحة على الآخر.
عفوا say that again. أعيد هذا.
السهم
أيوة.
مفعول به منصوب على الفتح الآخر.
منصوب وعلامة نصبه.
منصوب وعلامة نصبه على آخر.
علامة نصبه الفتحة ظاهرة.
الفتحة الظاهرة على آخر.
أيوة.
عن حرف جر مبني على السكون لا محل لها من الإعراب. القوس مجرور اسم مجرور بعن وعلامة جره الكسرة على الآخر.
الكسرة ظاهرة
على آخره.
على آخره. أيوة. والجار مجرور.
الجار والمجرور متعلق برمى.
برمى. أحسنت ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Excellent. I can see ما شاء الله the brothers are slowly picking up, and I'm sure the sisters are also picking up, but unfortunately they at the moment are confined just to messaging, which is a bit difficult. I can understand that. Typing is a bit of especially in Arabic, is tough to type like this. But here it says bint seen said due to it os sakinain iltika os sakinain, meeting of two sakins. Yes, sorry, I've missed these chats. Two sukoons rules, Salim and Farikh. Salim Farikh. Ilyas also iltika sakinain. Farouk idha iltika sakinain hurrikat bil kasra. This is Ustaadh Ala. I don't understand your question, sister. Ala, what you mean by Ala here? But the i'rab is, mashallah, excellent. Yes. So, رميت السهم عن القوس. Where is it? Yes. رميت السهم عن القوس. رمى فعل ماض مبني على السكون لاتصاله بضمير رفع متحرك. التاء ضمير متصل مبني الضم في محل رفع فاعل. السهم مفعول به منصوب وعلامة نصب الفتح ظاهرة لآخره. أن حرف جر مبني على السكون وإنما كسر. You can see كسرة أليس كذلك؟ عن اسم مبني على السكون، حرف جر مبني على السكون. وإنما كسر not فتح this time كسرة. وإنما كسر لالتقاء الساكنين لا محل له من الإعراب. القوسي اسم مجرور بأن وعلامة جر كسر ظاهر آخره. الجار والمجرور متعلق بالرمى. نعم. Okay, no problem. Print mistake. Okay, Ilyas, no problem. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, so okay, moving on then. Wa'ala. And ala is for what? وَمِنْ مَعَانِيهَا الْإِسْتِعْلَى. From the meanings of ala is al-isti'la. أن يكون شيء فوق شيء آخر. That something is above something else. نحو صعدت على الجبل. صعدت على الجبل يعني I climbed to the top of the mountain. I went to the top of the mountain. صعدت على الجبل. And this i'rab is the same as the i'rabs that have preceded. سافرت من القاهرة. سافرت إلى الإسكندرية رميت سهم القوس صعدت إلى الجبل. Same إعراب, dear brothers and sisters. We have سعد فعل ماض مبني السكون لاتصاله بضمير رفع متحرك. التاء ضمير متصل مبني الضم في محل رفع فاعل. على حرف جر مبني السكون لا محل من الإعراب. الجبل اسم مجرور بعلى وعلامة جر الكسرة ظاهرة على آخره. الجار والمجرور متعلق بسعد. Moving on. ومن معانيها الظرفية. From the meanings of في is الظرفية, يعني being inside something. Being inside something. نحو الماء في الكوز. الماء في الكوز. Okay. Now, الماء في الكوز. الماء في الكوز. Okay. Here now, let's see what you brothers and sisters think of the i'rab of this. الماء في الكوز. Who would like to do the i'rab here? الماء في الكوز. Okay, let's give it sorry. Let's give it chance to one of the sisters. Okay, Ruqayya, yes, go ahead in the chat, please. Al-ma'u fil kuzi. I want all the brothers and sisters to think about the i'rab of this. Try to do it at least in your head. If you have a paper handy, please write away on the paper that you have in front of you. Al-ma'u fil kuzi. Okay, brother Umar said mubtada wa khabar. Yes, that's the general i'rab. But we want the detailed i'rab, so let's wait for the sister to write in the chat. Meanwhile, dear brothers and sisters, feel free to have a go yourself. Get a piece of paper, or at least think about the i'rab in your head. Think about it. Try to, envisage it. Try to imagine it. تخيلوا. Okay, we need to speed up a bit. Al-ma'u fil kuzi. Okay, al-ma'. Okay, in the chat we have mubtada marfu wa alamat rafi dhamma dhahir al-akhiri. Okay, excellent. في حرف جر مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب. Perfect. الكوزي اسم مجرور بفي وعلامة جر الكسرة ظاهرة على آخره. Excellent. الجار المجرور متعلقان بخبر محذوف. Excellent. Yep. MashaAllah. Good. So you can see the i'rab there, dear brothers and sisters, yes? In the chat. See if I can copy that and just paste it here, see if it comes up. Not sure. Give it a shot. Oh, it's not giving me the option. Nope. Okay, no problem. So you have the i'rab in the chat. The only thing that I'm going to give more information about, a little bit more information, is about the last part where it says muta'alliq. So we had al-ma'u fil kuz. So al-ma', the i'rab is there. Fi, the i'rab is there. Al-kuzi, the i'rab is there. Al-jar majrur muta'alliqun bi, the i'rab is there. Okay, the way I would do the last part is like this, the way I've been teaching you. That way that Ruqayya did it is also fine. But the way I have been taught and the way I like to teach is basically say that al-jaru, in this case, al-jaru wal-majruru muta'alliqun bimahdhufin khabar. تقديره الماء كائن في الكوز. الماء كائن في الكوز, because here when we say الماء, I've explained this before but I'll explain it again. الماء في الكوز. الماء is a mubtada. في الكوز is the khabar. But is it really the khabar? It is not really the khabar. Apparently it's the khabar. Apparently from here it's the khabar. But in reality the khabar is mahdhuf. And the khabar in actuality, it is ka'inun. Al-ma'u ka'inun fil kuz. So when the actual khabar, which is ka'in, was deleted, fil kuzi took the place of the khabar and became the khabar. But as we know that whenever we have jar majroor, it has to be muta'alliq to something to complete its meaning. Okay? And it cannot be muta'alliq to al-ma. Why? I want to know why. Why can fil kuzi not be muta'alliq to al-ma? Why not? This is the question I want to, the answer. I want to see. Okay, bint seen mubtada marfu رفي على ضمة ظاهرة على آخر في حرف جر مبني على السكون لا محل له من الإعراب. الكوزي اسم مجرور بفي وعلامة جره جر كسر الظاهر الآخر وعلامة جره علامة جره ومجرور علامة جره كسر should be ومن متعلق ب الماء. Okay, this is exactly what I mean. So yes, so bint seen is, the sister is saying it's muta'alliq bi al-ma, but it cannot be. It cannot be muta'alliq bil ma. Because I think what Brother Umar is trying to say in the chat, muta'alliqun bi shibh fi'l mawjood. Because, dear brothers and sisters, as I have been telling you, okay, let's see, big man, he wants to, inshallah, share something with us. Yes, tafaddal, big man, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Wahyakallah.
So the jar majrur has to be متعلق بالفعل أو بما يشبه الفعل.
Excellent, mashallah, tabarakallah, mumtaz. That's the perfect answer. That's the answer I was looking for. Yes. Because jar wad majroor, brothers and sisters, has to be muta'alliq either to a fi'l or bima yushbihul fi'l, or something which resembles a fi'l. Muta'alliqun bi fi'l or bima fihi ma'na al-fi'l. So it has to be either jar majrur can only be muta'alliq to two things. Okay? It can either be muta'alliq to a fi'l or something that resembles a fi'l and has the meaning of a fi'l. Like for example, ismu fa'il, ismu maf'ul, masdar, الصفة المشبهة, اسم التفضيل, أفعل التفضيل, إلى آخره. Okay? And al-ma is not a fi'l, it's not ismu fa'il, it's just a noun. Yes, it's a noun, ism. Al-ma is an ism. Does al-ma, the word al-ma, does it resemble any fi'l? Does it have meaning of a fi'l and huruf al-fi'l in it? No, it doesn't. So it cannot be muta'alliqun bil-ma. Okay? So always remember that, brothers and sisters, that when you're looking for the muta'allaq of al-jar wal-majroor or dharf, the muta'allaq can only be a fi'l or bima yushbihu al-fi'l, yani ma fihi ma'na al-fi'l. Only two things. Inshallah wadih. Yeah? That's clear. Okay. One thing I want to do, sorry, just let me see, got the chats. Masdar, yes. Sister Samiha, Jazakallah khair. Repeat the last part. Okay. So, no problem. So, when we have al-jar wal majroor, or we have dharf in a sentence, and you do in the i'rab, you have to always look for muta'allaq, something that the jar majroor or the dharf is attached to complete its meaning. Okay? Now, that thing, that muta'allaq, that al-jar majroor or dharf is attached to, that muta'allaq can only be one of two things. Either fi'l, a verb, or shay'un yushbihu al-fi'l, or something that resembles a fi'l, meaning that what I mean by that is something resembles a fi'l, it has the meaning of the fi'l and the huruf of the fi'l. For example, we have the verb fi'l safara. Now, we have the fi'l safara. The masdar safar. Ismu fa'il musafir. No problem. So we can have the muta'allaq can be safara, which is the fi'l. It can be masdar safar, or it can be ismu fa'il musafir. Why? Because both masdar, you can see here, safara, safar, musafir. Safara, safar, musafir. Safar and musafir, both of them have the meaning of the fi'l safara and have the huruf, have the letters of the fi'l. Okay? Kana of ism fa'il, the kain. Aywa naam. Yes. Kana ismu fa'il is kain. Aywa naam. And this is why we said here, what did we say here? We say al-ma'u ka'inun fil kuz. You see here, ka'in. Ka'in is ismu fa'il for kana. Okay? And that's why fil kuzi is muta'alliqun bi mahdhuf. Khabar. Ka'in. This is the, in actuality, the khabar is ka'in, but it's mahdhuf. Inshallah, that is clear. Okay? And I'm going to finish off with this point very quickly. I don't think we're going to have much time to continue to the next rubba, the next harf jar, which is rubba. So I'm actually going to, brothers and sisters, I'm actually going to finish off this point here now. Give me 5 minutes. This is very important that we understand this now once and for all, inshallah. Yeah, so we can always go back to that when you need to. All right. So now, in the previous examples, we look at the previous examples. Yeah. Like we said, safartu min al-Qahira. We said that min al-Qahira al-jar al-majrur is muta'alliq bi safara. Nice and easy. Okay. But here now we are saying no. Al-jar al-majrur fil kuz muta'alliq, which is kain. Why? Why there we have something which is apparent, safara. Here we have something which is mahdoof. Why? Simple rule. And I've mentioned this before. I will mention it again. Okay. If al-jar and majroor or dharf, it is in a jumla. Look at the jumla sentence. If al-jar and majroor or dharf, can be dharf zaman, dharf makan, no problem. If these two things in a jumla are in the place of either a khabar or sifa or hal or silatun lil mawsul, then the jar majroor or the dharf is going to be muta'alliqun bi mahdhuf. It's going to be muta'alliqun bi mahdhuf. Okay. So what I'm going to do very quickly, I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you example for each. I'm going to give you example for each of these four things, because I don't want to keep repeating this information, because it's going to, dear brothers and sisters, how quick we move through this book is going to depend on you. My job is not to go through the book and you don't understand anything. I mean, there's no benefit in that. Yes, I'd rather do the book slowly and you get, as I've told you, if you get a good solid understanding in Ājurrumiyyah, the next books you will go and you will think, subhanallah, I can't even believe I was struggling with this. It's easy peasy. Okay, so yani, as they say, you have to clock this book. So I'm going to quickly go through these 4 points. So we said, for example, let me give you an example now. If I say to you, this is the first example, Zaydun fiddari. Zayd's in the house. Now here obviously Zayd is mubtada. Okay, I'm just going to go upon what's apparent, yes, okay? And fiddar is the khabar. So here now, brothers and sisters, fiddar al-jar majroor in this sentence is in the place of khabar. So this is like al-ma'u fil kuz. Al-ma'u fil kuz. Same i'rab. So we'll say, what will we say here? Al-jaru wal-majruru muta'alliqun bimahdhufin khabarun taqdiruhu. Mathalan, we can say Zaydun kainun fiddari. Sorry, the writing's a bit all over the place, but Zaydun kainun fiddar. Okay, easy as that. Easy as that. The next one, let's change color. Let's look at sifa. Let's look at sifa. So we're going to say, we can say, marartu برجل في الدار. مررت برجل في الدار. This في الدار, dear brothers and sisters, I passed by a man in the house, in his house. Okay. Now في الدار here in this jumla, it is in the place of sifa. This khabar. This sifa. Why? How do you know it's sifa? Because you know when you have a nakira, if you have a nakira, ismun nakira, the al-jar majroor or al-dharf that comes after nakira is going to be sifa. So marartu bi rajul, we know the i'rab of this. I'm not going to, repeat this. Yes, you know the i'rab. Yeah, marra to bi rajul. Okay, we're talking about fiddar here now. What am I going to say here? I'm going to say al-jaru wal majruru muta'alliqun bi mahdhufin sifa. تقديره مررت برجل كائن في الدار. As you know, it has to be كائن. Why? Because رجل, you know that the sifa تتبع الموصوف. You know that, yes? That the sifa has to have the same i'rab as the موصوف. If the موصوف, not man'ut or sifa موصوف. So if the موصوف is majroor, the sifa has to be majroor. So in actuality, this kain is the sifa, but it's mahdhuf now. So fiddar has taken its place and has now become the sifa. Okay, that's sifa. Okay, I'm going to go through the next two examples very quickly. The next example is, I told you, of hal. So we said hal. We also mentioned hal. So let's say, for example, I say number 3, رأيت زيدا فوق الشجرة. Yes. رأيت زيدا فوق الشجرة. Okay, رأيت زيدا is easy. You know the i'rab for this. رأى تا زيدا فعل فاعل مفعول به. Okay. What now we are concerned about is this. فوق الشجرة. Okay. Here we have ظرف. ظرف مكان. أليس كذلك؟ Remember الجار مجرور and ظرف is the same same rule. Same rule. Okay, just give me a second. Actually, what I'm going to do is, I don't want to confuse you here. So I'm going to make it another example. not darf. Let's just stick to jar majroor. Okay. Right. So what I'm going to say is the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَخَرَجَ عَلَى قَوْمِهِ فِي زِينَتِهِ. Okay. فَخَرَجَ عَلَى قَوْمِهِ فِي زِينَتِهِ. So now what we are interested in here, dear brothers and sisters, is fi zinatihi. And he came, he came out to the people in all his beauty, with all his beauty and power and arrogantly, yes. فَخَرَجَ إِلَى قَوْمِهِ فِي زِينَتِهِ. Now, this fi zinatihi here, in this jumla, what is it? It is hal. Yani he came out to his people how? How did he come out to his people? Fi zinati hal. You know hal? How? Like if I say to you, Ja'a Zaydun. How? Kayfa ja'a Zaydun rakiban. Ja'a Zaydun rakiban. This rakiban is hal. How did Zayd come? He came riding. فَخَرَجَ إِلَى قَوْمِهِ. He came out to his people. How? Fi zinatihi. Proudly and arrogantly in his beauty. Yes. Okay. So this is hal. This is how he came out to his people. And also we know it's hal because before it is ma'rifah. Remember we said that if it is here nakira, if we have nakira and after nakira we have jar majroor, it's going to be sifa. If we have ma'rifah, this is of course ma'rifah because it's mudaf ila damir, so it's ma'rifah qawm. The word qawm is ma'rifah. After qawm we have jar majroor, it's going to be hal, not sifa. So what's the taqdeer going to be here? We're going to say that's the i'rab of this. We're going to say al-jaru wal-majruru muta'alliqun bimahdhufin hal. Taqdeeruhu فخرج على قومه كائنا في زينته. Why كائنا? Because it's hal and hal is mansoob. فخرج على قومه كائنا في زينته. So jar majroor is muta'alliq mahdhuf. Where is the mahdhuf? This kain. This is a mahdhuf. It's muta'alliq. It's attached to this mahdhuf. And the last example is to do with I said the last example we're going to look at is where the jar majroor is in the place of sila lil mawsool. So for example, ra'aytul ladhi fiddari. I saw the one who's in the house. Now this fiddari al-jar majroor. Now as we know and I explained before that when we have any silatul mawsool, alladhi, allati, alladhina, allati, ila akhirih, yes. Alladhi, alladhani, allatani, allati, allai, alladhina, alladhi, allati. When we have a sila, So when we have ismun mawsul, when we have ismun mawsul like this, after the ismun mawsul we must have something called silatul mawsul. There's going to be a jumla, a sentence, which is going to come after ismul mawsul. And this sentence, obviously, it completes the meaning of the ismul mawsul. Okay, and this jumla that comes after ismul mawsul, it has a special name. It's called silatul mawsul. Silatul mawsul. This is the mawsul. Ismul mawsul alladhi. This is the sila for mawsul. This is the sila for mawsul. Now, here al-jar majrur has come in this sentence is taken the place of silatul mawsul. So it's going to be muta'alliq be something mahdhuf. So we say al-jar wal-majrur muta'alliqun bi mahdhufin silatul mawsul. Taqdiruhu ra'aytu alladhi kana fi ad-dari. Now you might think, okay, here you have said kana, which is the fi'l, which is the verb. In the first few examples, what did I say? In the first three examples, I said the first example, ka'inun. Second example, ka'inun, ka'inin. Third example, ka'inan. Fourth example, kana, fi'l. Why fi'l? Because when al-jar wal majrur, it is the silatul mawsul. Okay, when jar majrur is silatul mawsul, the mahdhuf must always be a fi'l. The mahdhuf must always be a fi'l. Okay, it cannot be ka'in here. It must be fi'l. But the other three, dear brothers and sisters, the other three, we have a choice. Like for example, here now, when it is a khabar, as you can see, when it is a khabar, I said Zaydun ka'inun fid dar. If I said kana, there's nothing wrong with that. I can say Zaydun ka'inun fid dar, Zaydun kana fid dar. I have a choice. No problem. Likewise here, marartu bi rajulin kan fid dar, I can say kana. I can say marartu bi rajulin kana fid dar. No problem. I can say both. Here also, I can say فَخَرَجَ لَقَوْمِهِ كَائِنًا فِي زِينَتِهِ. I can say kana. No problem. I can say فَخَرَجَ لَقَوْمِهِ كَانَ فِي زِينَتِهِ. I mean, here we would have to add something, but yani, I don't want to go into the detail of that at the moment, what I'm going to add here. But what I want you to understand the moment is that even when al-jar majrur is hal, the taqdeer can be either like this, ismu fa'il, ka'inan, okay, or it can be a fi'l kana, no problem. But when it comes to silatul mawsul, when al-jar majrur is silatul mawsul, then it can only be muta'alliq to mahdhuf, silatul mawsul, and this mahdhuf, the taqdeer of this mahdhuf must always be fi'l. If I said ka'inun here, khata. Okay, so inshallah we're going to stop here. You brothers can and sisters can go back and look into this. I'm just going to quickly read the chat. Masdar. Okay, okay. Yes, got it, Ustadh. Jazakallah khair feek. Explain again. No problem. Barakallah feek. It's even clear now. Thank you. Okay. Alhamdulillah. بعد النكرة صفات بعد المعرفة أحوال. Yes. أحسنت عمر. Means is it mudaf, mudaf ilayh. Fawq makes it majrur. Yes, you're right. Fawq shajara, yes, that's mudaf. That's ظرف مكان منصوب على نصبه فتحة على آخره وهو مضاف, and shajara would be mudaf ilayh. Yes, we could have used that example, but I avoided it. Silatul Mawsul, yes. Okay. So, yani, if you still have difficulty understanding that, brothers and sisters, at least you have it there now. Please go back to it and look at it and try to understand it. It's not that difficult. Okay. It's not that difficult, and inshallah, it's I think if you just concentrate for a little while, yes, it will be easy, inshallah. Okay, so we're going to end it here. It's just time for Maghrib here now, inshallah. It's probably a lot to take in, but I thought let's just gather all this information about what are the 4 scenarios in where al-jar majroor or dharf is going to be muta'alliq to something which is mahdhuf. Now you have the 4 scenarios and you have 4 examples. So inshallah in the future, that should not be a problem. The rest of the times, the jar majroor or the dharf will be muta'alliq with something which is there apparent. Either a fi'l or something which resembles a fi'l and has the meaning of a fi'l and is huruf. And inshallah, we're going to stop here. We have maybe 1 or 2 minutes. If there's a comment or a question or something, please go ahead. Just 2 minutes maximum. I can see someone is typing away. So inshallah, I'll wait for the message to come through. Nope, the typing has stopped. Okay, no problem. Okay, it's there. It's just about we being consistent with the lessons, and Arabic would be so easy. Alhamdulillah, it's such an interesting and beautiful language to learn. Subhanallah, never thought this journey would be so good. Now, yes, of course, 100%. Yani perfect yani advice here, mashallah. Consistency is the key. Hard work is the key. And the Arabic language, of course, is a very rich, interesting, full of meaning language. And it requires hard work. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Okay. Yes, it's easy if you do hard work. Okay. If you don't put in the effort, then of course it's going to remain difficult, like everything else. But this is something which, you know, something which, you know, we have to put all our effort in. لا أفهم اللغة الإنجليزية. Yes, brother Umar. Yes, okay, that's a bit of a problem. It's not a problem, inshallah. I will try from now on to, you know, speak more Arabic as well, inshallah. أنا من الآن يا أخ عمر سأحاول كل درس أتكلم أكثر في اللغة العربية باللغة العربية. يعني أتكلم بالعربية وكذلك إنجليزية. طيب, inshallah, we'll call it a day here. Have a nice week, and inshallah we'll meet again at the same time next week بإذن الله جل وعلا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته والله تعالى أعلى وأعلم وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا وحبيبنا وإمامنا وقدوتنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.